Yes, sir. Hold, get tight, go.
Yo, shoot the front end and the back end.
The experience was great, and what's crazy about that is this time around, it was like, all right, we older now. There's more skills involved. It's like, all right, now let's see how it's gonna go this time. And when I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had.
Teofimo Lopez has finally responded to the shocking sparring footage that's been circulating in the boxing underground. And what he said about Shakur Stevenson getting knocked out by Keyshawn Davis has absolutely destroyed the internet. The WBO super lightweight champion didn't hold back when he heard the news about what happened behind closed doors during a recent training session. And his reaction has sent shock waves through the entire boxing community just weeks before their massive January 31st showdown. According to multiple sources who were present at the gym, Shakur Stevenson got caught with a devastating shot from his so-called brother Keyshawn Davis during what was supposed to be a light sparring session to help both fighters prepare for their upcoming battles.
Who surprised me?
Yes.
Was Teofimo Lopez.
Okay.
Teofimo, I think I seen this like 2 days or a day after the situation.
His last fight, Cepeda. His last fight. You don't know how many people are talking about him?
Reports suggest Timo immediately took to social media with a series of posts that had fans absolutely dying with laughter, while simultaneously raising serious questions about whether Shakur is ready for the biggest fight of his career. One source claims Timo posted something along the lines of, "So, let me get this straight. The guy who's supposed to beat me just got put to sleep by someone he refuses to fight because they're brothers. Make it make sense.
The post has already gained massive viral traction across all platforms,
with fans flooding comment sections demanding to see the actual sparring footage and questioning whether this incident will affect Shakur's confidence heading into the Lopez fight. However, the full story behind what actually happened in that gym and why Teofimo is celebrating this moment so publicly reveals a much deeper rivalry than most fans ever realized.
Shakur, he said that the training, he probably did too much training for that fight that caused him injuries. So a lot of these fighters kind of don't understand. It's like, yeah, you got to put in the work, right? Yes, you got to put in the miles, you got to put in the conditioning, everything. But at the same time, you also got to listen to your body.
But before we dive into the explosive details about the knockout and Teofimo's brutal trolling, there's important context about the relationship between these three fighters that makes this situation even more dramatic. Just days before the sparring incident came to light, boxing insiders noticed something interesting happening on social media between Shakur and Keyshawn. The two fighters who constantly call each other brothers and claim they would never fight each other for any amount of money were spotted training together at the same facility in Newark. Sources from inside the gym paint a very different picture than the friendly brotherly love narrative that Shakur and Keyshawn try to sell to the public.
Whatever they had going on, but Keyshawn kind of punched them, but it was a heated moment at the time. And when Keyshawn did, I think Tio, from my point of view, I felt like it was time for Tio to do something. Do something at that point in time. Somebody just punched your dad.
One trainer who requested to remain anonymous shared, "The energy in that gym was tense from the moment they both arrived. These guys have massive egos, and even though they're friends, there's always been this underlying competition about who's really the better boxer." This tension apparently reached a boiling point during what was supposed to be a controlled technical sparring session designed to help Shakur prepare for Teofimo's speed and power. Many boxing analysts believe the friction between Shakur and Keyshawn has been building for years, stemming from the fact that they're both elite-level talents competing for the same spotlight and the same opportunities. Sources suggest there were heated discussions about intensity levels before the sparring even began, with Keyshawn apparently wanting to go harder than Shakur was comfortable with given the proximity to his massive fight with Lopez.
You already know. I promise you already. Tio better be working. Because I promise you I put in so much work this camp. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm just checking in with y'all real quick, letting y'all know. Better back.
According to people familiar with the situation, there was a moment where Keyshawn reportedly told members of the training staff if he wants to beat Teofimo, he better be ready for real pressure. "I'm not here to hold his hand and make him feel good. This is boxing." This comment apparently set the tone for what would become one of the most talked about sparring sessions in recent boxing memory, and the knockout that nobody saw coming. The most shocking part of this entire story is what multiple eyewitnesses claim actually happened during the sparring session that led to the knockout. According to sources who were present in the gym, the first few rounds of sparring went relatively normally, with both fighters feeling each other out and working on specific tech.
What made you mention my name in that interview? Just a question.
You said Crawford will beat me.
It's just an opinion. I don't like it. I hope you respect that part. I respect it. I'm not saying Pedraza's gonna beat you. Nah, I ain't say that. Because you know that's not gonna happen.
One person close to the situation described the scene. Shakur was doing his usual stick and move thing, trying to work on his angles for the Teofimo fight. Keyshawn was being patient, working the body, just doing typical sparring stuff. Nothing crazy. But everything changed in what multiple sources identify as the fourth round, when tensions escalated dramatically after what some describe as a hard shot from Shakur that caught Keyshawn flush on the chin. The incident apparently triggered something in Keyshawn, who many believe felt disrespected by the power behind the punch during what was supposed to be controlled work.
I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Teo his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy, like he like doing things with his hands down, flashy. I thought it was cool, so it kind of made me want to get in a ring with him and see if he could do them things against my style.
What happened next has become the subject of intense debate and speculation across the entire boxing world, with different witnesses providing slightly different versions of the exact sequence. However, the consensus from everyone who saw it is that Keyshawn landed a devastating left hook to the body, followed immediately by a right hand upstairs that sent Shakur crashing to the canvas. One source who claims to have witnessed the knockout described it this way: "It happened so fast. Keyshawn dug that body shot in deep, and when Shakur's hands dropped for just a split second, that right hand came over the top like a freight train. Shakur went down hard, and everyone in the gym went completely silent." He said something like,
Hey guys, I think it's very important for us to really think about Keyshawn Davis and his situation. I know personally that he's going through it mentally. And how I know this is because I was there. I've been there. I'm wishing the best for Keyshawn Davis. God willing, he finds.
The aftermath of the knockout has been described by multiple sources as extremely tense, with Shakur's team immediately calling an end to the sparring session and some heated words being exchanged between the camps. Fans have been flooding social media with shock and disbelief about these reports, with emotions running extremely high across the boxing community. One fan wrote, "If this is true and Shakur really got knocked out by Keyshawn in sparring, Teofimo is going to destroy him. That's a massive confidence killer right before the biggest fight of your life."
Would Teofimo knock out Shakur? No. Can Teo adjust to the point where he beats Shakur? Yeah. You don't see how? Shakur hates slick and economic boxers. So does Teo. They both hate what each other are. Shakur looks great against volume punchers.
Another commented with clear skepticism, "I don't believe any of this until I see actual footage. People love making up sparring stories to hype up fights. Show me the video or it didn't happen." However, supporters of Shakur have been quick to defend their fighter, pointing out that sparring knockouts happen to everyone and don't necessarily indicate anything about how a real fight will go.
Fighters, I think that he did some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Teo never lost to a southpaw. Well, I never lost to an orthodox. So it ain't no different, but
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
Oh, so you gotta show it, baby.
One passionate defender stated, "Even Mike Tyson got dropped in sparring. This means nothing. Shakur is still going to school to prove to Teofimo that he's levels above everyone at 140. This division among fans reflects a broader truth in boxing. When stories about private training sessions go public, people choose to believe whatever narrative fits their pre-existing opinions. The timing of this knockout incident has raised serious questions throughout the boxing world, especially given how close it happened to Shakur's fight with Teofimo Lopez.
Either Teofimo, I guess.
Yeah, senior.
Every fight
Senior.
Every fight is a different version.
Senior, tell him we talking to senior. We ain't talking to little dude over here. Senior, what up?
The sparring session reportedly took place in late October, which means Shakur was just entering the crucial phase of his training camp, where fighters typically reduce sparring intensity to avoid injuries. Many observers find it extremely unusual that Shakur would be taking hard sparring this close to such a massive fight, and some have questioned the judgment of allowing Keyshawn to be involved at all.
A lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, you know, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, you know, for electricity.
I'm going to prove myself, but I also want these guys to fight each other too. You know, I want these guys to prove that they that too. I'm not going to be I can't be the only guy that's fighting.
Boxing analyst Max Kellerman commented during a recent broadcast about the general topic of sparring intensity before big fights. Smart fighters protect themselves in the final weeks of camp. You don't need to prove anything to sparring partners. You save that energy and aggression for fight night when it actually matters. Sources close to Teofimo's camp suggest they were absolutely thrilled when they heard rumors about the knockout, viewing it as a psychological advantage heading into their January showdown.
You mistake me for Bud.
But
I was cheering for you, bro.
Who you? Ain't you?
I was cheering for you.
You were?
Yeah, for sure.
I bet.
I wanted you to win so I could be the person who beat you.
What's the issue between you and Bud?
For sure.
I'm gonna give you your first loss.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I promise you not.
All right, bet.
Y'all being too nice.
One person connected to Lopez's team shared, Teofimo laughed for like 10 minutes straight when he first heard about it. He kept saying, this dude got knocked out by someone he's too scared to actually fight, and now he thinks he can beat me. It was comedy. However, some insiders believe Teofimo's public celebration of the incident might be premature and could potentially motivate Shakur to come out even more focused and dangerous in